And one of the things that we came here today was step by step to see what it is that we can do together. And I think the answer to your question, Quatrina, is that joint means joint. And so when you say who takes the lead, who goes first, how does this work, if you really are going to do this jointly, and that's certainly what we want step by step, is that the two sides, with respect for each other, work together on these things. So the identification of a threat, the identification of what might be done about that threat, those are joint efforts. And we want to work toward that in Pakistan, and that's the reason we're here. When you say, is there convergence? Yes, there's convergence because, and again, I speak as a foreigner, not as a Pakistani, but my observation is that among the greatest threats to Pakistan are extremism and terrorism. And so if that is true, then there ought to be ways for the United States and Pakistan to work together jointly to deal with these threats. And as I say, we were looking today to find step by step ways that we could move forward, and kind of in a sentence, that's the reason we've come, to respect Pakistan's sovereignty, to respect its sacrifice, and to find some way to work jointly together against, again, what I would consider as a foreigner to be the most serious threat to Pakistan. My intention on the television is not to speak about any kind of particular operation, drones included. But the important thing about this question is how best for Pakistan and the United States to work together to make Pakistanis feel more secure, Americans feel more secure, and I would submit to you people all around the world feel more secure. And we need to work together jointly in this effort. And I think that, what we try to do with Pakistan, with the respect for Pakistan's sovereignty, is all about the larger question of making Pakistanis more secure and Americans more secure.
But the Parliament has two resolutions now. They have actually said if the drone strikes don't stop, that they will cut off NATO and ISAF supplies. That's what the resolution is calling for. How are you going to tackle that then?
Well, we'll just have to take this step by step. We certainly respect the views of Parliament, and we've taken those views into account. We've listened today to all of the people we've had the good fortune to meet, and we'll just have to figure this out step by step. Excellent question on 2 points. One is that Pakistan, I know, has been active in what's called the Financial Action Task Force to try to cut off funding for terrorists. And there's always more to be done, both by the United States, Pakistan, and others. But paying attention to the funding of terrorism is hugely important. And this Financial Action Task Force is a very important international body. Secondly, I think it's also very important for Pakistan, the United States, and other countries in the region as well to recognize that part of this challenge is dealing with the narcotics questions in Afghanistan. I was in Moscow a few weeks ago, and they are very focused on the narcotics issues in Pakistan. in Afghanistan. We are as well. Pakistanis are as well. And that's also a funding source for all these terrorists.